1 second guys, I'm trying to see if this time it works. That's the important part. Let me see if the audio is correct. 1 second guys, I'm trying to see. Yep, the audio is correct. Finally, it's working. No 360p stream. Fantastic. So I'm going to tell everyone that I started streaming. Let's go for that. I posted on YouTube Gaming. And I posted on, what was the name of this? Discord. I sent it to everyone. So yeah, hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Praey for the Gods Early Access, or Praey for the Gods Early Access on the GTX 1050 Ti. This game just got released right now on Early Access. It's been in development for 2 years. And it got my attention because this is inspired by Shadow of the Colossus and all that kind of stuff. Just the climate mechanics and all that seems to be inspired from there. So yeah, I'm very interested in testing it out, made in the Unity engine. Hello guys, hello, how are you doing? Arriba España, hostia, tío, cabrón. Sí, horrible mi acento español. Hello, hello. Menos mal que entiendo inglés, sí, menos mal. Igual me pueden preguntar cosas en español si quieren. Yeah, yes, maxed out already, but that's because I wanted to first see the worst case scenario. As you can see, the motion blur is disabled by default, by me, perfection. Also we have anti-aliasing, which I'm not sure what option it is, if it's SMAA or FXAA, probably TAA, I don't know. So yeah, let's use the maximum settings here on the 1080p resolution. The resolution is chosen outside of the game. So let's jump right in. Regards from Antarctica. Awesome. How's the weather? Alright. How I can play this early access? You have to buy it on the Steam store. It's available on Steam starting from right now. So yeah. Bueno, me alegro que te haya sido de ayuda a mi canal. Okay guys, so now with 1080p maximum settings, as you can see, I'm using a lot of VRAM, 3.9 gigabytes, and I'm getting, yeah, the low 40s with maximum settings. Now into the 30s, okay. I see a lot of particles here. One thing I forgot to mention, the developers said that this 6 to 12 months of early access will be to optimize the game. So the performance shouldn't be final, and the frame times are quite inconsistent. Not sure what's up with that, sorry. Did you finish Resident Evil 2 yet? Yes, I finished Leon A, Claire B, and I finished the 4th Survivor. Fantastic game, I highly recommend you play it. Let me guys try the lowest settings. I'll lower the quality level to the minimum. Okay, so this is lowest settings now. I'll just swap to the status to 1080p lowest to see if we can get 30s, sorry, to see if we can get 60s. So with the lowest settings we're getting, okay, 60 FPS, at least in this area. So from the maximum to the minimum you get double the frame rate pretty much. So yeah, and as you can see there's something like the Breath of the Wild meter of the stamina, pretty cool. New GTX cards coming soon. Yes, I'm very excited for the 1650, the 1660 and the 1660 Ti. We'll see which one to buy once they release. But yeah, thoughts about the 2060? I think it's too expensive to be called a 60 card, honestly. Yeah, I know it's $100 cheaper than a 1070 Ti and it performs the same, but it has ray tracing. But yeah, I think it's too expensive right now. Considering also considering it has only 6 gigabytes of VRAM, that's very disappointing to me. I was expecting at least 8 gigabytes. So yeah, not really my cup of tea, I have to say. How do I attack? Oh, I see. Interesting. Pretty cool. Is it running on the Unity engine? Yes, and Unity has a fame for not having the best performance. Hopefully they fix it up at the end of early access. They are saying that they want 6 to 12 months of early access just to optimize the game and do some more content. It seems that the game already has like more than 10 hours of gameplay, apparently. Hopefully that's the case. But yeah, this is a single player experience. Okay, there's a grappling hook. Good stuff. Let me see. Oh, nice. Okay, we have the map over here. Nothing crazy. I want to see how it is outside, because the frame rate at the very start and the maximum was 30, then at the minimum was 60 in the worst cases. So, okay, now we're outside again. And again, with the lowest settings, 1080p, we're getting into the, yeah, pretty much 60s. Do you want me to crank it up to the max again? Let me know in the chat. Shadows of the Wild. En calidad-precio, ¿cuál consideras mejor? ¿El i3 o el 22.000 o el 2200G? Y yo diría que en precio en general 2200G es más barato, pero no sé, vos ves en tu región. Looks like a dumb game with horrible optimization. Well, we just played like 5 minutes. How can you get to that conclusion in so little time? Seems kinda ignorant, in my opinion. Okay, now we're dropping into the 50s. And again, early access. They want to optimize the game in around 6 to 12 months. And this is Unity, now into the 40s. Hopefully what they say is true. Okay, climate mechanics. Oh, I had to attack this. Yeah, this is very Shadow of the Colossus, the controls. Due to the, you have to climb, and then you have like a button to attack, and you like grab something. I mean, like when you stab a Colossus in Shadow of the Colossus, it feels the same, but with PC controls. And I don't know how to start with this one. This is very Shadow of the Colossus. I don't even know how to dodge. Let me see. Oh, with Q. Okay, with Q you can dodge. Noise. Let me see if I can do something interesting. Okay. You don't have to hold the right click to climb. I like that. It's just a toggle. Good stuff. Okay, I can leave with space and release the grapple with F. Good to know. Let's just recover a little stamina. That was very quickly. Yeah, it recovers stamina very, very quickly. Okay. Yeah, very obvious. I don't have to attack this or what? What the hell? Apparently not. Let's keep trying. But this Colossus is not really offering any resistance whatsoever. That's kind of disappointing. We'll see what happens. Alright. Kinda weird. Oh, Jesus. Never mind about the resistance. But yeah, even at the lowest settings, we're not getting 60 frames per second. Hopefully once the game releases I can test that out to see if we can get 60s at the lowest. Right now that doesn't appear to be the case. Classic Unity game, I guess. Is that a Baphomet? I don't know what that is. Okay. That one is down. Whoa. But yeah, this is clearly inspired by Shadow of the Colossus. Not bad. Okay, I can release. Hopefully I don't fly off this guy. Let me see if cranking up the settings drops us below 30. 1 second, guys. Sorry about the interruption. We'll just crank this up to the max. And we disable motion blur. Thank you very much. So yeah, now I swap to the maximum settings, 1080p. 1080p max. And okay, let's keep going. Okay, wasn't as bad as before. We're in the mid-30s. Hopefully we don't drop below that. Maná versión. Sí, salado. Sí, se veía re bien para estar en bajo, la verdad. Sorprendido. I'm going to try, since this is a Unity game, I'll try the lowest settings, but on the launcher, because the lowest settings was looking too good, in my opinion. Estaba diciendo en inglés que sí, los ajustes bajos se ven bien, pero como es un juego de Unity, tengo que usar el launcher para cambiar los ajustes también. Así que voy a probar eso después. I'm going to try exiting the game in a little while to see if lowering the settings from the launcher makes a difference. Hopefully not. Alright. Come on. There goes one. Amigos, me devuelvo. Instalé los drivers de paso RX 570. Bueno, no está tan mal, por lo menos arrancó la gráfica. GTX 1080 is more than enough. Yes, of course. Without a doubt. Okay. So apparently I killed him. I'm not the enough type of guy. Okay. Okay, if you're not the enough type of guy, you have to spend more money. Yeah, I'll do a 30 frames per second cap in a little bit. Sí, voy a trancarlo a 30 FPS en un rato. Con Ribatuner. Pero sí. How much FPS would a 1060 have? Probably, if we have 45, yeah, like 15 FPS more maybe. We have to test it out. I'm a little concerned about the VRAM though. The VRAM usage is a little high, but the game looks pretty good, I have to say. All the post-process volumetric stuff, the post-process and the volumetric stuff, sorry, look pretty good so far. The snow and all that, looking pretty good. ¿Quién te conoce, Shadow of the Colossus? Okay, now I want this Shadow of the Colossus PC version. Good. We gotta keep playing though. But the game so far is pretty fun. The first boss was a little lame, yeah, but that was because it's the first boss. They're not going to make it super difficult. So I assume my GT 1030 will probably run at 20 frames per second. Yeah, maybe. I would suggest, if you have a 1030, 720p. That's probably a good idea. But yeah, now it's dropping into the 20s. But yeah, this is very Shadow of the Colossus so far. Instead of just passing out and waking up in the hub area, we're just being dragged to it by a wolf. Sí, espero que esté bueno el juego. Can you speak with an Australian British accent? Unfortunately not, I cannot. It sounds terrible. I can say, it's kind of weird, I say some words in American, other ones in no accent whatsoever, and another ones I said them in British. So yeah, it's a mixture of accents, kind of weird. You see it? Weird. Should be weird, I think. So yeah, I'm a mixture of different accents, depending on how I learned certain words. Shadow of the Colossus, Shadow of the Colossus, Shadow of the Colossus. Suerte, Franco. Espero que ya te hayas desmayado. Is it worth buying RX 580 8GB in 2019? Yes, I think so. So far it's a pretty good card. 8GB is plenty. You can use pretty high quality textures. Hispanic British accent. Yeah, of course. You just create a whole new accent. Yeah, pretty much. Is PS4 emulator out to play Shadow of the Colossus? I don't understand. Hopefully we'll get an emulator soon for the PS4. Hopefully. Alright. Whoa. Okay, the hub area runs bad. So I found a good stress test, as you can see. Good stress test. So let me see if I can fix this by disabling the depth of field. Apparently not. Not even the reflections. Let me see the terrain. Yeah, that helps a little bit. Good. And the physics. And the particles. Okay. A little better. And I'll try something else. I'll crank it up to the max again. And go back to the game's launcher. So we can see... Let me manually save the game. So we can see if that affects the performance in any way. So we keep this options menu the same, but we go into the launcher because the launcher has some options. Yeah, we quit to the main menu and we go back to the desktop and retry super quickly. So as you can see here, hopefully you can see that we have fast, simple, good, beautiful, and fantastic as usual. So let's go with good to see if it makes any difference whatsoever. Launch the game. As you can see, the game is only 2.3 gigabytes, so it's very light on your PC with the space. So yeah. Copiaron hasta el mal rendimiento de Shadow of the Colossus original. Congrats on 100k subscribers. Thanks. I cannot really pronounce your name, but thank you very much. Buenas tardes, una pregunta, una 10... No, está bien. Está bien. Como dice Markel. Hi, Fearless Hunter. How are you doing? Combat 7 is such a great game. I hope. I never played one of those. I think I played one of the spin-offs, and I didn't like it very much, but I wasn't really into simulation games and all that. It's not a simulation, I know. It's more a balance, I guess. So yeah, it will be interesting to test. Okay, so apparently from the menu itself, it was the same. If I go here, yeah, it seems to be pretty much the same. Never mind. Oh, never mind. It seems to be better now. Okay, let's try the fastest. Let's drop even further. Now that the game loaded, I could see the difference. So yeah, it seems to affect the performance very much. Let's try the lowest settings here. It says fantastic again. Okay, it doesn't make a difference. I changed my opinion on that. Fantastic, beautiful, good, simple, and fast is the same as in the options menu inside the game. The quality level option is the same as selecting this in the sorry about that, in the launcher. So don't even give a damn about the launcher. It's the same as tweaking it in game. I'm a little disappointed by that though. It's a little disappointing. So yeah, let's play the game again. Let's give it a try on different resolutions after that, after playing a little bit more. And we'll be back. It's strange to see that M50Ti struggling this much with a Unity game. Well, I play other Unity games and they were just as bad, if not worse. So I don't really think it's a big deal. It's kinda to be expected, with all those particles and effects. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why before it was below 30. It seems to be because I played the game from the start. But right now, as you can see, this quality level option seems to be the same as the launcher. This is the fastest, this is fast, this is good, this is very good, I think, and this is fantastic. So it's the exact same as the launcher, keep that in mind. And if you want 60 frames per second on 1080p, or, well, you cannot, you will get 40s sometimes. But it seems that if you play the game for a long period of time, you start getting drops in the frame rate. I don't know where. So that's a little disappointing, if you ask me. I don't even know where to go. I'm lost now. So yeah, I play a little bit more on 1080p. Then I'll drop to 900p and test some other stuff there. And if it doesn't take that long of time, okay, never mind, it drops into the 20s again. Yeah, this fire or something, I don't know, we'll see outside. As I was saying, if I have enough time, I'll test more cards like the 1060 and 570. Oh, hello. Oh, it's dead. Never mind. Oh, you can glide. Cool. Oh, this is... yeah. Shadow of the Breath of the Wild. I wasn't expecting that. Pretty cool. Melee weapons. Okay. Okay. Shadow of the Breath of the Dark Souls. Nah, I'm kidding. But yeah, with the dodge mechanics plus this, feels very Dark Souls. Bow and arrow. Okay. More Shadow of the Colossus here. Yeah. Good. Good stuff. Will she attack me? Yes, she will. Okay. Oh yeah, the frame times are absolutely terrible, as you can see. So the frame times need some work. Okay. I don't know what the hell is going on here. Why we dropped into the 20s. Yeah, super weird stuff. Classic early access. I'm a little disappointed there. Let's see if we can fix that by lowering to the minimum, or if it's just a bug. We drop to the minimum. And okay, still below 30. As you can see there, for some reason it went below 30, then up into the 50s. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Now I'm on the maximum again, and I get over 30 again. I don't know, maybe something is loaded that it shouldn't be loaded. That's why we drop into the 20s sometimes. As you can see, now I'm maximum settings again, and it's alright. So, super weird stuff. So yeah, that's probably something that they have to fix. But alright. Yeah, the Unity engine can be problematic, again into the 20s, when this monster shows up, or whatever. But if I lower the settings and crank it up again, it should be fixed. Let's try it out. Lowest and maximum, and no motion blur. Wow, it's fixed! Magic! It's magically fixed! Alright. I assume they went for the classic PS2 frame rate here. Yeah, it seems to be. What is this? Oh, yeah, I forgot I can do this. Oh, I can climb any surface. That's pretty cool. I like that. I wish the performance was more stable. Oh, whatever. Okay, I can choose the arrow type. I only have one. RTX off, FPS double. Yeah, of course. Okay, the 20s again. That's very, very disappointing. So yeah, apparently to fix the drops, the sudden drops in the frame rate here, you have to drop the resolution, the settings to the minimum, then back to the maximum, and it's fixed. So I'm not sure how to fix it. That's I guess it's because due to the work in progress. That's alright. I really, really hope they fix that. It's super annoying. I'll release with F. And in a little bit I'm going to drop to 900p and 720p. So be a little patient with this. I'm just getting started. Okay. That's about it, I think. And now I'm going to become Link. Look at this. I'm now Link. Oh, Okay, the map. So this is a chunk of map I just explored. Cool. So yeah, let's now save the progress and try 900p. That would be a good idea. So Alt F4. So I quit the game. 1 second, guys. And I'm changing into 900p. So status will be 900p max. And we select 900p here, as you can see. 900p, fantastic, which is the maximum. And we'll launch the game. What are your ideas for the future, other than testing games? Anything new? Not really. I think that testing games is good enough at the moment. Because I'm trying to do other stuff outside of YouTube. Your monitor name? My monitor is... Whoa, it crashed. Wait a second, guys. It crashed. Maybe 900p is not working. Sometimes it happens. Anyone have ideas how to get more fast without working a job? Not really. Your job is the best option. Alright. Come on. Cross your fingers. Cross them. Nope. Okay. It's working. Never mind. So apparently this is 900p. I hope. If it's not, well, too bad. Yeah, apparently this is not 900p. Okay, let's give it a try. The monitor model, I'll put it down in the description later. I don't remember, sorry. Yeah, it's not there. Okay, I can already see some... Yeah, and I think this is not 900p. Let me try it one more time. I'll swap the internal resolution for the desktop. I'll change the desktop resolution to 900p. That usually helps on some Unity games. So I'll select just 900p here. As you can see, 900p in the desktop. And I select 900p in the game, and that should be enough. Hello, Mysteria. How are you doing? Good to see you. Dale, Franco, muchas gracias por pasar. Nos vemos. I'm going to look for the monitor's model in the meantime. The monitor's model was in the room tour. Here we go. Okay, now this is 900p for sure. Okay, this is exactly 900p. Okay, my monitor is a Dell S2817Q. That's my monitor. I'm going to paste it here. Alright, so... Whoa, what the hell? This is 900p, not 720p. Why are we getting 60 frames per second? What the hell? This is weird. On 900p, I never get double the frame rate. What the hell? I'm happy anyways, but... Sometimes I suspect this is 720p, but it doesn't look bad, so it shouldn't be 720p. Interesting. Okay, if this is actually 900p, I'm super impressed. Now it dropped into the 40s, I'm less impressed, but hey. It's good to see we get a big improvement in the frame rate. Still, the frame times are not very good. I'll try go down there. Before that, I'll save instead in case I screw up. And we jump. How's it going, man? Can you try Monster Hunter 1080? I already tried that game. It's kinda difficult to run, I have to say. It should be pretty enjoyable, nonetheless. Oh man, I'm drying out of stamina. This is not good. Oh, this is going to hurt. Okay, it wasn't too bad. That was close. What do you prefer, 4K 60Hz? I bought a 1080p 144Hz monitor because I need that monitor to record 4K gameplay. It's not a thing that I prefer. It's about recording gameplay or not. I have different needs to the usual people on hardware because I do YouTube videos. Let me select the X. Good. Oh yeah, already we're dropping into the upper 30s or lower 40s, better said. So yeah, it's not stable by any means, but still, I still will give them the benefit of the doubt. They have more than 6 months to improve this, or a year. So yeah, who knows? I mean, the game is still playable, don't get me wrong, but it could be better. Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting this to be a feature. Now we got the forest, the forest and some Minecraft. Nah, I'm kidding. Oh man. We have to, oh, okay. So you can get resources to craft stuff. Interesting. It's hard to hit this wood though. Come on. Almost. Okay. I got it. Zelda Breath of the Praey Souls. Because you can do this. This means it's a Dark Souls game. Saludos de Argentina. Bueno, Mauricio, saludos de Uruguay. Hermano argentino. Thank you very much. Sorry, Peter. Sorry. Let's see this cave, if there's something in there. Hopefully there is. Also, the game is capped at 60 frames per second, apparently. Oh, I can do this. Good. Okay, what do I want to do with this? Okay, some survival stuff. Let's eat it. Okay, that was a little poor. Okay, a bigger chunk of the map. Good stuff. Let's keep going. Oh, you can sleep as well. Hey Santiago, how are you, man? What game is this? Well, this is called Praey for the Gods, or Praey for the Gods. It's like inspired by Shadow of the Colossus and other games. Apparently Breath of the Wild is a big inspiration as well. So yeah, when I read Shadow of the Colossus, I said I had to try this game out. It's an early access title, released today on Steam. They're going to be on early access for around 6 to 12 months, according to them, to optimize the game and add some extra polishing. But yeah, in certain places you're going to see drops in the frame rate, very big drops in the frame rate. Let me for a second lower the settings. Okay, at the lowest settings we are CPU bound, apparently. So yeah. Oh, what the hell? A dragon. I think it's a dragon. But yeah, on 900p lowest settings we're still pretty much over 60. On maximum settings we're getting below 60 in some instances. So I recommend trying, yeah, low settings 900p, maybe, if you want the smoothest frame rate possible. Although in some places you'll see, for some reason, some sudden drops below 30 that are fixed by getting to another area or just changing from the minimum settings to the maximum. Kinda weird. As you can see, this is one of those areas for the 50 FPS when it drops. But there's a lot of effects on screen. By a lot of effects, I mean all this stuff flying in the air. Maybe it's not easy to see. What the hell? What is that? Okay, that's a little creepy. Yeah, I cannot attack it, so let's just get away. Thank you very much. Is there a way to lower shadows? Let me check it out. No, there's no shadow option, apparently. There's a quality level option that lowers everything. You have the particles, the terrain, the physics, and other stuff, but I don't see any specific shadow option right now. I don't see any shadows though. Maybe not here, but in some places there were shadows. Yeah, here there are no shadows in the character. It makes sense. It makes sense, it's just cloudy, as you can see. No sun coming through. But in the caves there were shadows. I remember that from the fireplace and the light coming in from the cave's door. So yeah. Okay guys, let me swap to 720p so we can test that out and maybe switch to another GPU. Alt F4. The icon in OP left says Praey. Yeah, it says Praey. Where? Oh, yeah. I mean, the E is a different logo or something. But yeah, they almost got sued by Bethesda for putting Praey in the title. That was pretty lame. Bethesda is Bethesda. Sweet little lies. Now let's try 720. We're going to put 720 here after changing that in the desktop resolution. You have to change the desktop resolution if you want to change the resolution. So we put play and we change the status to 720p max so we know what we're doing. All right. Yeah, Praey is it's a nightmare. I know, super stupid stuff, but hey. Do you speak French? No, I speak Spanish, but French should be easy to learn if you know Spanish. Let me change one more thing. Oh, I forgot to change the size of the fonts. There we go. Okay, good enough now. No, not the credits. Yeah, maximum settings 720p. And we'll load this save in the more demanding place. Yeah, it's super dumb, I know. This GTX and 66 gigabytes, i5 8400 and A4 constant 60. Yeah, it should be fine. Should be alright. Sometimes, as you can see, it likes to drop below 60 for no reason. But other than that, it should be fine. Alright. And I think that VSync is enabled by default. I don't see an option to disable it. Let me see. Yeah, apparently it's enabled by default. Let me see if I look down, look up. Yeah, kind of weird. Okay. As you can see, the GPU in this case is dropping the usage. So there's something limiting that. Alright, I already bought it. Awesome. Let me know what you think once you play it. So far I'm liking what I'm seeing, but the performance needs work. It needs work for sure. Well, that's why they chose early access, according to the developers. They wanted to polish the game more and optimize it, so nothing wrong with that. What's your opinion? Whoa. What's your opinion about this game and what's your favorite game? Well, so far I'm enjoying what I'm seeing, as I was saying, but I need to play more to have a solid opinion on it. It reminds me a lot of Shadow of the Colossus, some Breath of the Wild, some Dark Souls in some parts, also some of the more survival games. So it has a mix of many genres. So yeah. Right now I like what I'm seeing. Oh yeah, 720p seems to be much better, but still we get drops into the 50s, probably some VSync in the background. It's a little lame. But yeah, I think there's something going on with that. Let me see if I can force VSync off on the NVIDIA control panel, and I'll be back into the game. I just close the game and disable VSync on the control panel. Yeah. I closed it myself, the game didn't crash. Don't be afraid. Come on. We go into 3D settings, VSync, and we select, let's use fast sync. That's usually a good thing. At least the frame rate should be unlocked. And let's give it another try. I take Battlefield 5 or PUBG? Very different games. PUBG at least has a lot more players, so I recommend you go with PUBG with the, if you like Battle Royale. Plus, it has more players online. I have some trouble getting to matches on Battlefield 5 sometimes. If you live in Europe or the United States, it should be alright. So yeah, I don't know, they're very different games. Alright, let's give it a second try. Pues me convenció lo que vi. Se ve verde, pero pueden mejorarlo mucho. Sí, yo estoy de acuerdo. Por ahora, todo parece estar bien. Okay, the VSync off didn't work. Even with fast sync, it should override the VSync in the game, and it didn't. So yeah, 720p works, but it needs, yeah, it needs more polish. At least in the performance. The controls feel good enough. I mean, I'm not having any trouble with the PC controls so far. It's very intuitive. Climbing is super easy. You just right click and you climb until you run out of stamina, and if you want to let go, just press F. So yeah, now it's a little better. Let's see in this more effect heavy place. Alright. But yeah, we're still dropping below 60. Kinda random. But the frame times are better compared to the 1080p resolution and the 900p options. Oh yeah, classic early access game on Unity that needs some polish, and that's about it. So yeah, not bad. I was honestly expecting much worse than this. Okay, I want to swap to another graphics card. Which one do you want? The 570, the 1063 gigs? Well, the 750 Ti, probably skip it on this live stream because I'm having some trouble connecting it to my capture card. So I'm going to be using either the 570 or the 1060, probably both. A very quick test and I end the live stream because I have to test Ace Combat 7 later. Let me know which one. ¿Está en español el juego? La verdad que no sabría decirte. Sí, tiene opción en español. Sí. Veamos. Sí, se puede jugar en español, aparentemente. Tiene opción acá. You have many languages. As you can see, I was seeing if there's a Spanish option, and there is. So I'll keep it in English. Good to see they support that many languages. Oh, hello. What is this? Hello, Dark Souls, my old friend. Okay, my weapon broke, apparently. Oh man. Oh, a sword. Come on, let me grab it. I need to heal. Oh man. Why? Oh, hell. Okay. Oh man, I'm going to die. And they dodge as well. No, don't kill me. Oh, okay, I made it. With the grit on my teeth, I made it. ¿Qué juego es este? Este es un juego inspirado en Shadow of the Colossus y otros juegos. 570, 570. Bueno, vamos a hacerlo las 570 y después la 1060. I'm going to now test the RX 570, then the GTX 1060. The 3 gig version. Okay. Shut up, Adobe. Okay, going to swap graphics cards. 1 second, guys. I'll turn off the PC super quickly. Oh wait, I forgot to do something. I'll need to delete the drivers, so give me 1 second. That'll take no time. And change the resolution, please. Okay. Where's DDU? Yeah. We delete this. Okay. Shadow of the Colossus es una joya, sabelo. Juegazo. Graphically speaking, the game looks a PS3 game. You played very little of a PS3 then. Oh yeah, the VRAM requirements are super high, but the game looks much better than a PS3 game. Maybe the compression is not doing it justice, but the game looks much better than a PS3 game. Of course, I'm not comparing it to Uncharted 3 or The Last of Us, but yeah, you get what I mean. ¿Hablas en portugués? No, no hablo en portugués, hablo en español y en inglés, pero el portugués es parecido, por algunos lados. Breath of the Wild de pobre, saber. Todavía está en Early Access, ¿verdad? Sí, hoy es el primer día de Early Access, pero el juego estuvo en desarrollo 2 años. This is the first day of Early Access of the game, but it was in development for 2 years, so it's been a while since the game started development. So give it some time, you'll probably get much better. Tu canal me está ayudando mucho y más si haces directo así. Bueno, muchas gracias. Much appreciated. Okay. Come on. Turn off the PC. Yeah, it gets kind of broken when I do that. But hey. Okay. I'm going to now swap graphics cards. Give me 1 second. I'll swap the 1050 Ti for RX 570. 1 second, guys. So here's the 1050 Ti, the super clocked version, single fan. And here's the RX 570, the 4 gigabyte version from Gigabyte, yeah. It's kinda difficult to plug the 8-pin connector, but I'm going to do it as fast as possible. I cannot see anything at all. Okay, that was fast. And we turn on the PC. Alright, I'm going to install the drivers now. Give me 1 second. And I'm going to change the specs to RX 570. And the 1050 Ti was tested. Okay. Oh, I didn't connect the HDMI cable. Stupid me. And I'm going to reset. Alright, now I should be getting an image. RX 570 versus RX 580 difference percentage. Not sure. I have to do the test, but it's like, If I remember correctly, on Resident Evil 2 it was like 10 to 15 FPS more, but I could be wrong. I'll tell you later. I might do a video comparing those. Okay, I'm back into the PC. I'm now installing the GPU drivers. Yeah. Come on. Okay. Let's see if I can show you that. Yes, I'm installing the drivers over there. I got FPS drop on Fortnite. My card is GTX 1050. Yeah, it makes sense. Fortnite likes to drop the frame rate sometimes. Did you finish Resident Evil 2? Did you like it? Yes, I finished both Leon A and Claire B. Also the 4th Survivor Extra mode. And it was very fun. I really liked the game. I also really liked the PS1 game. I played it in 2014. Resident Evil 2 on the PS1. And it was amazing. I really think they captured the vibe of the first games with the modern controls. I really like that. Also, I had to conserve ammo like a madman to finish the boss battles. But the boss battles were a big disappointment, in my opinion. I didn't really like the boss battles. But hey, not everything can be perfect, I guess. So yeah. Okay. Gracias Black Games 64. Vos también. Thanks Pete. DHIR. Your card's sound is high. Well, maybe the fans are very noisy. Maybe you have coil whine, which is very normal on a GPU, on some of the GPUs. Okay, so the drivers are now installed. I'll launch MSI Afterburner and put the fan curve to around 60%. And I have to connect to the internet. Alright, let's now launch Steam. And once I'm in the game, I'll put you back to that. ¿Es mundo abierto el juego? Sí, parece que sí. Tiene pinta de que sí. Por lo que vi ahora, el mapa es bastante abierto, puedo ir a donde yo quiera. Así que sí. Aparentemente sí. Alright, I'll crank up the resolution to 1080. Excuse me. Alright, so as you can see now, I'm in the options menu on the launcher, better said. I'm going to select 1080p. Let me see if the desktop resolution is 1080p, that's important. It is. Okay. So let's play the game. Excuse me. Status now is 1080p max settings. Alright. Thanks, Gabriel Lukac. Sorry if I messed that up, I probably did. Greetings from Uruguay. Con i5 de segunda gen y una 980 podré jugar PUBG. Sí, por supuesto, asegúrate que la RAM esté en dual channel. Eso es muy importante. Alright, this apparently is this 1080p. Let me check it out one more time. Yes, apparently it is. Okay, this is 1080p. Good. Max settings, as you can see, GPU here says Radeon RX 570 series, which is my graphics card. And we load the previous save. If the rumors of the launch of GTX 1660 are true, do you intend to buy one in the future? Yes, of course. I also intend to buy the 1650. Okay, let me see. Alright, so on 1080p max settings, I'm getting in this part where I drop the frame rate always, 50 FPS as a minimum, probably into the 40s in more demanding scenes. And looking down there, I get 60s with some GPU power to spare. There seems to be some FPS cap going on, so let's jump down there. Cool stuff. I see some more stutters compared to the NVIDIA card. Probably the VRAM. Yeah, the VRAM seems to be super high, the VRAM usage. Probably related to that. We need a texture quality option, but hey, better than nothing. Okay, we'll look that there. Well, not bad. Was expecting unplayable frame rates, because sometimes the AMD cards have some problems on some engines. Apparently this is not one of those, so I'm super happy about that. Let's see if it drops into the 40s. But yeah, already 1080p max settings, we're getting super high frame rates compared to the 1050 Ti. On the 1050 Ti it dropped into the 30s sometimes with max settings. So yeah, at the moment I'm super impressed. The stutters are super annoying though, so be aware of that. Contentame pregunta. La PC que va a montar como para jugar todo streamear, ¿verdad? No, para streamear un S3 la verdad que no te lo recomiendo. Se puede, pero vas a estar muy limitado. Tengo un video hablando de eso, búscalo. Stream i3 8100. Yo iría por un Ryzen 5 si es posible, para streams. Para jugar está bien, pero para streams se puede quedar corto. Escríbela en inglés, lo que... Oh yeah guys, so far I'm super impressed on this one. The performance is much better. Now in this area I'm not getting as many stutters. So I'm super impressed, good. Now I'm a little afraid for the 1063 gigabytes because this is using 4 gigs of VRAM already. Alright, I got him. Let's drink some potion. Oh, he's still alive. Alright. Sword, please. Waiting for a giant fight. Whoa. I hate that. Thanks AMD, I know I have a high DPI panel. Thanks. Yeah. Alt R to access the Radeon overlay. Yeah. Thanks AMD. Super good stuff. And now, yeah. Radeon settings advisor, I don't care. Please let me play the game. No sabía que hablabas español, yo usando los subtítulos. Ah, bueno, los subtítulos están para eso, para ayudar a la gente que no habla inglés. Yeah, the giant fight, I might be able to load that. Give me 1 second. Maybe I have it over here. No, I don't. Oh well, at least I tried. Let me see the hub area. The hub area was running terribly bad. It was insane, the frame rate drops there. Okay. Just more of the same, to be expected. Yeah, for some reason this area is not friendly with the GPU. Let me see if doing the trick of lowering the settings to the minimum and then up to the maximum fixes that. I have no hopes, but hey. The hub area seems to just be the stress test. Yeah, the hub area just runs bad. The hub area. Maybe this is not the hub area. But yeah, this place is not good. But once you get outside of it, should be totally fine. Yeah, I mean, with all those effects, the game suffers a lot. Let me see. After we get out of this area, yes, you can see I got out of the particles and we get 60s. But if I look back in there, it's 40. So yeah, I'm a little torn with that. Not super happy about it. But outside of that, it should be alright. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Ridiculous. An hour late. Well, you can rewind the live stream if you want. I have 1050 Ti tests at the very start. Alright, good. Skyrim has those drops when modded. Well, yeah, to be expected. Modded Skyrim is the most demanding thing ever. Oh, I have no weapons, okay. I think I'll just swap to the 1060 now. I really don't have much else to talk about. The game just drops in when looking to certain places, no matter what. When in some other places it runs just fine. Like here, there are some stutters, but we get 60s with pretty good frame times. Again, some stutters, but hey, it's not perfect yet. So yeah, I think I'll just swap to the 1060 now. No need to test lower resolutions. I'll just delete the drivers and swap to the 1060. Give me 1 second. Let's pray for this game don't be this garbage when it launches. Well, that's the reason for early access. We put no. The game thinks that we crashed, we didn't. I just Alt F4 out of the game. So don't be afraid. I just tried to exit the game very quickly. The game apparently doesn't like that, which is to be expected. So yeah. Alright. Any boss fights? Yes, at the very start there's a boss fight. I didn't make a manual save on that, but I will. I'll try it again on the 1060. Because the 570, I mean, on the boss fight it was like on the hub area sometimes, but then when looking into certain places I get 60s, so it's a little weird. Those moments when there are a ton of particles everywhere is when it drops. Other than that, it was completely fine. Okay, the PC is now off. Let me switch to my face. So I'm going to switch now to the 1060. Give me 1 second, guys. So this was the, sorry, this was the RX 570. I just hit the table, perfect. The RX 570 4 gigabytes from Gigabyte. I mean, I bought it myself, but it was made by Gigabyte. I put it here, so it doesn't bother us. And also to the 1060. I have to open up this to get it out. Okay, so right here we got the 1060 3 gigabytes, the EVGA, I think it was the superclock version, or the FTW version. Alright, it should be installed now. Give me 1 second. The HDMI cable needs to be plugged. Alright, it should be working now. Give me 1 second to install the driver. I really hate that, but it needs to be done. Classic stuff. I'm going to change some of the text here. The specs will be GTX 1060 3 gigs, 1060 3G, and I'm going to install the latest NVIDIA drivers. Good stuff. And instead of was tested, were tested. Good. So yeah, I'm now installing the drivers, as you can see here. So some patience would be much appreciated. Is this game in Unity or Unreal Engine? This is on Unity. This is not Unreal. Ni te entiendo, pero aquí estoy. Bueno, gracias. Much appreciated. ¿Eso lo entendiste? O sea, comprando más RAM. Ah, estoy repartido. Did you pre-order Exodus? Yes, I bought Metro Exodus because I heard that it was going away from Steam, and due to that there were pre-orders available for the 12 hours after they announced that, so I pre-ordered the game on Steam in order to get it on Steam instead of the Epic Games Store. So yeah, I was able to buy it at the last second before it went away from Steam. So now I'm going to be able to play the game once it releases, but on Steam instead of Epic Games Store. Excuse me. So yeah, I wanted to use just Steam, so I prefer to buy it was cheaper for me. For the regional pricing, it's cheaper on Steam than Epic Games Store for me. Me perdí, me estaba comiendo un... Está bien. That explains the poor performance. Unity engine is very unoptimized. Yeah, I agree. There are usually performance issues with the Unity games. I'll wait for you for the comparison. Well, thanks. You also pre-ordered it? Good. I hope it will be an amazing game. They know what they're doing. That's for sure. Okay, the screen will flash, so I'll keep it on installing GPU driver in the meantime. So yeah. I need to have a bigger text wall for the chat. It's super short. ¿Cuántos idiomas hablo? Hablo 2, inglés y español. Voy a aprender chino, capaz que este año. Quiero aprender chino mandarín. I was saying in Spanish that I want to... Well, someone asked me how many languages I speak. I speak only 2, Spanish and English. But I want to learn some Chinese this year. Hopefully that doesn't destroy me in the meantime. But ¿viste los requisitos del Exodus? Sí, tiene muchas opciones, me gusta. Esperemos que corra bien. The GTX and 63 gigs still handling well most new AAA games. Yes, but this one doesn't allow us to change the texture quality, so I'm a little concerned about that. It's kinda... yeah, I'm a little afraid. So I changed this to that. Okay, should be almost set up. Good. I connect to the internet. I launch Steam. Almost there, guys. Boa tarde, Johnny. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Todo bien? Please play more games on i5 8400 with RX 570. I have a lot of hardware to test, so we'll see. ¿Pero no crees que es un poco exagerado? No, la verdad que no. Por cómo se ve el juego y es mundo abierto, la verdad me parece que está bien. Veremos cómo va, capaz que son exagerados y el juego corre mejor. You should get the Epic version for the early views. What do you mean? Why? The Steam version will get the same release date. If you pre-order the game on Steam, you get the game like normal. That's why now you cannot get the Steam version anymore. Your comparison and performance videos are so realistic. Oh, thank you very much, Mystic. Much appreciated. Is that headset any good? Yes, it's the most comfortable headset I ever worn. Are the Cloud 2s from HyperX. And I think they are $100 or something like that. In my country they are more expensive, but hey, it was worth the trouble. Steam for some reason is not launching. Give me one more second. Almost there. In the meantime, MSI Afterburner. I'll put the custom fan curve to 50%. It will be very noisy at the very start, so I apologize for that in advance. Okay. I'm now back into Steam, as you can see, with the 1063 gigs. Let's now launch Praey for the gods. So as you can see, I'm using 1080p, fantastic. I can change it in games, so don't worry about that. Excuse me. What country are you in? I'm in Uruguay. A place between Argentina, Brazil, Paraguay, all that. I would love your RAM in my slots. Oh, so cute. In my country, cards are now so expensive. Well, in my country, they are probably more expensive. They usually are. Opinión de pasar una 1060, de una 1060 a una 1070 Ti por 100 euros de diferencia. Sí, por supuesto. Recontra vale la pena. En mi opinión. Okay, I'm going to jump straight into the hub area, then the open world, so we can see the difference. I thought you were from Spain this whole time. Yeah, we speak Spanish in South America as well, so... Okay. So with the 1060, I can already say this is significantly better. Weird, I was expecting way worse performance. As you can see here, instead of 30 frames per second like on the 1050 Ti, or sorry, mid-20s on the 1050 Ti, mid-30s on the 570, we're getting mid-50s here. So apparently this game works better on NVidia GPUs. So that's something to keep in mind. That percentage at the end is the power usage, I think, so don't pay attention to that. The GPU usage is the one right at the right of the temperature. Okay, never mind, now we're getting some stutter and drops into the 40s. Still better than the 1050 Ti and the 570. Let's go outside. With the exception of games like Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Force of Horizon, blah blah blah. Oh yeah, of course. But some games need a lot of VRAM. As long as you don't play one of those, you should be alright. Interesting. Here we're getting more drops. Let me reload into the manual save. Let's see what happens over there. I think that VRAM is now punishing us. We'll see what happens. You're gonna test with the RX 580? Probably not today. We'll see. Interesting. We're looking this way. The 570 was getting 60 frames per second. The 1060 is getting 48. So what the hell? Maybe the VRAM related. Probably VRAM related. But if I, as you can see here, if I restart the settings and I put it on the maximum again, I get 60s. So I think that it just fills the VRAM. The card is trying to compensate with system RAM, and the game is much slower. We'll see if time goes on and it drops, yeah, and I drop from 1 second to another. Yes, you can see there, now I'm getting 40s again. So yeah, probably VRAM related. As you can see, the RAM usage is also much higher. Instead of 7.5 gigabytes, we're getting 8.3. So yeah, maybe that's why it's so random. We need a texture quality option on this one. Yes, super random. So yeah, the 6 gigabyte card should be significantly better in that regard. We'll see what happens after we play some more. Almost there. But yeah, looking there, there's some random drops into the 20s. So I think this is VRAM related. It seems to be. So yeah, if you're a developer, probably not. Make sure we get a texture quality option, if that's even possible. That would be pretty nice. Especially with people with less than 4 gigs of VRAM, that would be super helpful. I mean, this wasn't happening on the other card. Let me see, if I reset the settings, it should be, if I go to the lowest, then back to the maximum, I should be getting 60s again, or something like that. Because the VRAM was lower, then back to the max. Yeah, I mean, exactly what I was thinking. Once the VRAM gets more filled, and we run out, it'll start slowing down. So yeah, I say at least 4 gigs of VRAM is a good idea here. Or, well, a texture quality option will be super helpful. So yeah, the developers need to add the texture quality option. Other than that, I really don't like this. A 30 frames per second cap should help, but yeah, not ideal. Yeah, Unity engine is crap, yeah. With the performance is super bad sometimes, I agree. But yeah, hopefully when I test it again, when the early access period finishes, I'll be able to know for sure what's going on. Eso es en español. Bueno, no puedo hablar dos idiomas al mismo tiempo, loco. Si no te gusta, no mires el directo. Lo que estaba diciendo es que no hay suficiente memoria de video, entonces trata de compensar con memoria RAM. No puedo hablar en dos idiomas a la vez. Pensé un poquito, loco. Me río, ¿qué pasa? Other than YouTube, what do you do for a living? Right now, nothing else. I'm trying to do YouTube and study at the same time. So yeah, not much time for anything else. I mean, it's easier to do YouTube and study if you live with your parents. You can pay for electricity, for the internet, your studies, and for games. So that's where I'm at the moment, paying for some services of the house. And at the same time, I'm trying to save some money and study and make videos and many things at the same time. Hopefully that works out well for me. Se ha enfadado. Sí, me he enfadado. Sí, porque me lo dicen todos los días. No sos el primero. Entonces cansa. The title has been misspelled. Yeah, I know. That's because I wasn't expecting to do more than one GPU. I'll change it when I swap to another graphics card. But yeah, this is not very good with the VRAM amount. So yeah, I'm going to now swap to the probably 750 Ti. I'll see if that works out. So give me 1 second. I'll try to do that. Let me change this right here. I'll try that 750 Ti, but I'm not sure if it will work. Sometimes it fails with my capture card. So if it works, good. If it doesn't, well, too bad. But yeah, while I wait for Ace Combat 7, I'll have to swap GPUs. Give me 1 second. Dale, Bonk, gracias por pasar y bueno, disculpa el enfado de golpe, es que cansa un poco. Y bueno, que pases bien. En España ya va a ser de noche. Locked to 60? Yes, apparently it's locked to 60. Okay, so this is a 1060, 3 gigabytes. I'm going to put it aside. Let me make a little space here. We don't have space, too much space to put this there. Okay, I'm going to swap to the 750 Ti very briefly. So here's the 750 Ti, the Twin Frozer edition. And I am turning on the PC now. Alright, the PC is now turned on. Hopefully it works. What did you think? What did NVIDIA think when they made 3GB card? Well, I don't know. Maybe a faster upgrade. I don't know. At least it was a cheaper 1060. A cheaper cut down 1060. So it probably was to compete with AMD with the 570 and 580, I guess. Running this stream on i3? No, this is running on a separate PC. Okay, I'm waiting for the driver to work. 1 second, guys. All right. So yeah, I'm now installing the GPU driver once again. Give it some time, it will be done. Did you receive the silver play button? No, I'm still, I sent to YouTube support a question about that yesterday. They told me they were going to respond in around 2 or 3 days. So probably I'm getting it, but I don't know when. So patience. This GTX 750 Ti is a warrior. Yes, of course it is. Yeah, I have it since 2014, so it's been like 4 years, almost 5. Kind of crazy to think about it. It's going to be like, yeah, 5 years old in February, I think. Are 6th gen GPUs any good for modern titles? You mean the GTX 600 series? Yes, I mean the 670 should be close to the 1050 Ti, I think, or the 1050. So if you go for one of those, the 660 Ti should be pretty good as well. It should be close to a 750 Ti. It should be a little faster, actually. So yeah, if you get it for a good price, I don't think it's a bad idea. Alright, so it's now installed, the 750 Ti. I'll have to launch Steam. Okay, so we're back into the PC, as you can see. And I'm going to do some small overclocking. 200 on the core clock and 400 on the memory. That's usually how I keep it competitive, better said. So yep. Let's go to Praey for the guts on 1080p. I'm going to change the specs for another time. Okay, not enough space. Good. Fantastic. GTX 750 Ti. And I'm going to shrink it down a little bit. Oh man, streaming is hard. Whatever, let's keep it there. So right now I'm using the 750 Ti. I don't want to see the credits, thank you very much. Alright, so I'm going to be using again the maximum settings just to play around a little bit. Hopefully we don't get drops below 30. We're probably going to get that due to the low VRAM. But let's try it out anyways. I'm going to change the title in the meantime. 1060. $750 Ti. RX 570. So many cards, Jesus. Okay. That should be good enough. I changed the title now. Oh man, 18 frames per second. Okay. Yeah, I'm so surprised. Let's put it at the minimum settings and change the status. Did you receive any review copies? No, I didn't. I purchased the game myself. Alright, so with the lowest settings 1080p, in the most demanding area, we're getting the mid-20s. Excuse me. Mid-20s, but the card is overclocked. I added 200 MHz to the core clock and 400 MHz to the memory. Let's see once I get outside of this place, which is the biggest hit, what happens outside. The VRAM is already not giving me any hope. It's using more than 3 gigs on lower settings, 1080p. I just need to add a texture quality option, I guess. Alright, so outside of this place is 30, but if I look back, is, yeah, 20, to be expected. I'm going to load another save. The one from the open world. Will you test it on the i5-8400? Right now I won't, because it's not a CPU problem, apparently. Excuse me. It seems to be just GPU related and VRAM related. Let the VRAM get filled so I can see the performance drops. Come on. Come on, waiting for it. Alright, let's keep playing in the meantime. Let's jump out of this. Alright, we look back. Okay, into the 30s, not too bad. We jump down again. Perfect. Oh man, yeah, as you can see now, the VRAM was just overcommitted. We start using system RAM, and this happens. On this game, it happens quite a bit. So if I change the settings from the max to the minimum, it should reset that counter, but it doesn't, apparently. So yeah, maybe 1080p is not a good idea. I'll try 720p. Yeah, it's a poor man's Zelda, but it has some elements from other games, so it's not too bad. At the moment, I'm enjoying it at the moment. Okay, let's swap to 720p. We select 720 from here. We put on the minimum settings, and we pray for the best. I mean, pray for the best. 720p, lowest settings. What time you streaming Ace Combat? Let me see, 5, 6, in around 2 or 3 hours from now. I won't be streaming until that time. I'll cut the live stream after this, probably. And after that, I'll be doing Ace Combat in around, yeah, 5, it's 5 p.m. here. So 6, 7, 8, 3 or 4 hours, better said. Yeah, in around 3 or 4 hours, I should be streaming Ace Combat. I'll be putting a timer for that, so everybody can see it. Okay, I'm doing now 720p. For some reason now the frame rate is unlocked. It's super weird. They have to fix that. And I'm going to the demanding area again. Shadow of the Ocarina Colossus. Souls at the end. We're only here for the performance, not gameplay. Yeah, I know. So what? I don't get it. Okay, so 720p, lowest settings in the demanding area, seems to be alright. Let's try cranking it up to see what happens. Oh yeah, I know you're here for the performance, not the gameplay. I'm super happy about that actually, because I don't have to be good at the game. Alright, so don't try maximum settings, not a good idea. Let's lower the particles. No anti-aliasing, not that fulfilled. No screen space reflections. Terrain, let's lower that. Okay, terrain seems to be super demanding. Okay, let's put it at the lowest and be done with it. Let's see what happens. So yeah, this cave doesn't like GPUs, apparently. But we're still not dropping below 30. There are some stutters. Again, VRAM related. So let's go into the open world. What laptop do you have? None. I only have desktop computers. Alright, so we're back up here. Oh man, I'm hungry. Jesus. I have to stop in a little bit. So up here, at least without the VRAM issue, we're getting 60s. Looking down here, it seems to be the same. Let's see if the previous part repeats itself, which was standing in one of those things, and then just looking back, that destroyed the frame rate for some reason. Okay, still nothing. Again. Okay, still the same. So yeah, probably you want to play at 720p with the 750 Ti in this game, at least for the VRAM's sake. Because yeah, here it's significantly more stable, no doubt about that. The VRAM didn't get filled like before, as much as before, but as said. And if you crank up the settings, you're using more VRAM, so probably 720p lowest is the best option. Let me crank it up just for, oh, okay, for S's and giggles. We just disable the motion blur. 720p max, let's put here, max. And we go back. Alright, so 720p max. Yeah, we already go over the VRAM limit. As you can see, when I look back into that place, I get into the 20s. We use significantly more system RAM, so the system is trying to compensate for the lack of VRAM with RAM. So yeah, just avoid that. Don't use maximum. We don't have enough VRAM for that. As you can see now, the RAM usage drops quite a bit, like a gigabyte less on system RAM usage. And now we're getting 20 FPS, not sure why. Probably because I changed the settings many times. But yeah, just don't use ultra settings with this card. 2 gigs of VRAM is too little. I expect sometimes those drops into the 20s, as you can see there. In some places we drop into the 20s for some reason. I don't like that. But yeah. Do you use the stream footage for videos? Yeah, I'll just keep this stream, will be saved as an unlisted video, then it will be, then it will be published on YouTube, this hour and a half, almost 2 hour live stream, and it will be at 1440p 60 frames per second, the live stream, so it should be very good quality. And once we do that, I'll be putting an index so you can skip to whatever part of the video you want. And that's about it. Then when the game releases, I'll test it again. But this should be, yeah, pretty much final. Do you want me to test the RX 580? Now that I tested 4 GPUs, I can add another one. Just a short 1080p test. Do you want me to test the 580 on this one? I just turn off the PC, install the 580, then swap to the, what's the name of this? The drivers to the 580. And I'll be doing this quick test on 1080p. To see if it improves. We have 8 gigs of VRAM. So yeah, do you think 6 gigs of VRAM is enough for 1440p? We'll see. If I test the 580, I can give it a try. Let me know what you want to see. Where are you from? I'm from Uruguay. It's a country next to Brazil. Yeah, says Wonder. 6 GB, if I go for a gigabyte? Yes, agreed. Go for the 8 gig version. Okay, I'm going to turn off this PC. Well, I have to delete the drivers first, so give me 1 second. I have to do this quickly. With the specs, I'm going to put this down. And okay. We put OK. We delete this effing driver. We don't like drivers. Yeah, thank you. This is an NVIDIA driver. We shut it down. I purchased an RX 570 for my 1300X. Good combination, I would say. Yeah. Don't freak out. That was the capture card. I love the fact that you don't need extra power cable for the 1050 Ti. Yeah, I mean, but who cares? I mean, in some cases it's needed. It matters if it doesn't have one, but you need like an old pre-built or a very bad power supply. I mean, if you buy a 430 watt power supply from EVGA or a 500 watt power supply, you already have the cables to connect the 570 or the 580. So I don't really see why not having a 6-pin connector is a big deal, unless you have an old pre-built or something like that, or you have an old power supply. Other than that, I don't think it really matters that much. But whatever. Who am I to say something, I guess. Anyways, let me swap to the 580 super quickly. Here's a 750 Ti. I'm going to save it over there, and I'm going to swap to the 580 8 gigabytes, better said, so I can see how much VRAM the game actually uses. Alright, so here's the 580 from XFX 8-pin connector. Okay. Let me see if it's correctly placed. 1 second, guys. There we go. Alright, let's jump back into the computer. Now power blocks get 1050 Ti. Yeah, if you don't have and don't want to spend on a power supply, then go for it. i5-8400, 1060, 68, 16 gigs of RAM, enough for Ultra 1080p 16 to 144. Also hello. So it depends on the game. I mean, many games now on 1080p Ultra won't get 60 frames per second. They need some tweaks. So it depends on what you want to play. Usually 144 should be doable in, I don't know, Rainbow Six Siege or other games, those esports titles. On Rainbow Six Siege you have to do some tweaks though. You have to lower the reflections and the shaders, but it's not that different looking. And if you disable those, it's usually to get better visibility, so it's not a huge deal. So yeah, at the moment it's pretty good, unless you want to wait a couple weeks. We might get new cards from NVIDIA, the 1660 Ti, apparently, according to the rumors. So yeah, I think it's a good build, don't get me wrong. Okay, so now I'm testing the RX 580. I'll need to underbolt it first, so be a little patient. I have to install the drivers as well. Hey Ricochet Brain, how are you doing? Good to see you. So is this game like Shadow of the Colossus or something? I'm confused. Yes, I mean it takes elements from Shadow of the Colossus. You have the climbing, the big monsters, like on Shadow of the Colossus. But also you get some different elements from other games. It seems to take stuff from Breath of the Wild as well, from Dark Souls, about the you can do rolling and you have some weapons. I mean, it's a mashup of different genres, apparently. Different games, better said. And so far I'm liking it. I need to play it some more. Let's see the other bosses and all that. I'm just trying to have an idea of the performance, first of all. ¿De qué parte de Argentina sos? Soy de Uruguay, no soy argentino. I meant for the game you're playing right now, but still thanks. Oh, I see. Yeah, it should be totally fine. Don't worry. You might get some drops into the 50s sometimes for no reason. That seems to be just a need for extra polish. Other than that, it's usually fine. I mean, if the 1063 gigs can do it, the 1066 gigs can do it as well. So no worries whatsoever. Alright, I'm almost there. 1 second, guys. I'm going to do some underbolting before. So in order to do this, I have to go to Wattman, accept. I'm going to lower the voltage to around 1000. Let's put everything on 1000. Why the hell not? It usually works for me, so I'll keep it like this. Alright, we now launch MSI Afterburner. And I have to connect to the internet, super important. Can you ask it again? I couldn't read it, sorry. Oh, never mind, it's there. I think my i5-7400 bottlenecks, my brother broke. I mean, it makes sense, it could be. What games are you talking about? And what frame rates are you talking about? That's also important. Going to put the fan at 70%. Now 65 should be enough. Whoa. 65% fan. It's going to be noisy, but it's summer, so I need it to be noisy. What's the reaction you got when 100k subscribers? Well, I made a video about it. I was super happy about it. I wasn't expecting it to be so soon. I expected that to be like, I don't know, in March or something, not in December. It was like, yeah, I was so weirded out. But yeah, I was super happy about it. Okay, so I'm now back here, as you can see. Whoa. Going to put the text a little bigger and launch the game. It's on 15% discount. Yeah, I bought it with a 15% discount. Super worth it. Is 3 GHz of RAM speed good enough for a 2700X? Yes, of course. 3000 MHz should be fine. I mean, like when I play CSGO or League of... Oh yeah, it's normal. CSGO doesn't take full advantage of your CPU, better said. It's a pretty old game. Plus, you need... what was the name of this? I always forget. You need to unlock the frame rate on CSGO with the max FPS 0 option. Let's put this to the max. As you can see, it says RX 580. Blah blah blah. Whatever. And we load the worst part possible. And I changed the status to 1080p max. There we go. Let's see how much VRAM it uses. Okay. So we're in the most demanding part. We're getting 40s instead of 60s like the 1060. Kind of weird, but okay. And the VRAM usage at the moment is 4.5 gigabytes. Let's keep running a little bit. Now into the 30s. Okay. Let's keep it going. Okay, some stutters. Got it. And ¿cuál crees que es la mejor gráfica calidad-precio? Por el momento creo que es la RX 570 4 GB y en algunos casos la RX 580 8 GB. Si te da la fuente, por supuesto, ¿no? Excuse me. Okay, let's load the open world section. Are you going to test games on the RTX series? No, I'm not. At the moment no, it's too expensive. Okay, so in the open world part, we're getting 60s in this place, like the 570, and 60s here. Okay, makes sense. I'm going to keep going to see the VRAM usage. At the moment, we're at 4.8 gigabytes. So it made sense that the 1063 gigs was getting some stutter, and the 1050 Ti as well. We're still getting some stutter here though, so it's not perfect at the moment. Let's look back. Okay, more VRAM, 5 gigabytes now. Insanity. Let's keep it going. Okay. Yeah, I know Radeon, I know I can improve my experience with the Radeon Advisor. Okay, now it dropped to 4.8, so it seems to be around 5 gigabytes on 1080p max. We're getting 60s on 1080p max, but when we look into the worst place, we get almost maximum GPU usage. So 1440p will probably not be 60s anytime soon with these settings. So yeah. The more cores and threads, the better. Well, it depends on the game. Many games don't take advantage of the extra threads. Many old games, better said. This one doesn't seem to be CPU intensive at all. As you can see, the CPU is at 40 to 50%. So not a big deal. So yeah, I mean, the VRAM usage seems to be going to 5 gigabytes maximum at the moment. So yeah, until they put a VRAM, not a VRAM counter, but it's a texture quality option, it's going to drop the frame rate randomly with the 750 Ti because it's only 2 gigs. With 1063 gigs, it's also going to drop in random moments. I mean, look at the RAM usage. Here is 5.6 gigabytes. On the 1063 gigabytes was like 8 gigabytes, so it was compensating for the lack of VRAM. Okay, let's go back to the first part of the game. I want to test the boss battle with this card. and let's see what happens. Let's put it on normal and give it a second try. Is the jump from 60 to 144 Hz noticeable? Yes, of course. If you have a 144 Hz display, there's a huge difference, at least in my opinion. It's super different, much smoother, significantly smoother. But it's very difficult to maintain 144 FPS in many games. Okay, let's see here. Okay, the VRAM usage here is already super high. Excuse me. Now we're dropping into the 50s. Okay, this is more demanding than I expected, but the hub area is more demanding than this, so at least I know where to do the stress test. Okay. Just moving the mouse cursor at 144 Hz is huge. Yeah, I agree. That's the first thing that you notice. It's super different. Oh, hello. What's your favorite game? I have many favorite games actually, so I don't know. One of those is Dark Souls 1, other one is Resident Evil 2 on the PS1. Resident Evil 2 Remake is also one of my favorites. I'm forgetting many games. Prince of Persia... Which one? The first Prince of Persia? Not the first one, The Sands of Time. I also like... What was the other game? I always forget. Well, Resident Evil 4. Splinter Cell, Chaos Theory. I have many favorite games. I cannot really choose. Let's see. My phone is vibrating. Get away. Okay. Give me that map. It's a good combination, Ryzen 5 2600, 16 gigs of RAM, 3000 and a 1063 gigs. I'll get a better GPU. I mean, the combination is fine for the GPU CPU, but I'll get a card with more VRAM, with more video memory. Maybe an RX 580, 8 gigabytes, or I don't know, or a 1066 gigs. If you can wait a little bit, NVIDIA is apparently releasing new GPUs. Maybe that's worth the wait in mid-February. So in a couple of weeks we should be getting new GPUs. So, but yeah, I recommend something with more VRAM if possible. Okay, we're getting some stutter. Okay, so here I should be getting a fight with a Colossus, or whatever the name of those guys is. Oh man, this is worse than the hub area. Interesting. Okay. Ryzen 3 1200, RX 580, 4 gigabytes is a good combination or not? The CPU will limit your GPU, for sure. If you have RAM on dual channel, it should help. Overclocking the CPU should help. But yeah, the CPU will limit the GPU. Still playable, don't get me wrong, but I will try to get a better CPU later on. What PS4 exclusive game are you waiting for? The Last of Us Part 2 and Days Gone. Okay, so with the Colossus it's not as bad as I expected. It's actually worse in the open world area and the hub area. So yeah, something to keep in mind. Okay, here it drops below 60. Yeah, this is a good stress test now that I see it more closely. So yeah, not a bad idea to test this one out. It's dropping into the 40s. That was happening in the hub area, not in the open world. So yeah, probably due to the effects on screen and all that. Interesting. So yeah, if the hub area runs well, this will run well, so keep that in mind. The hub area seems to be a good place to test it, because this fight is also demanding. It seems to be just the FX, yeah. The heavy use of FX. The Haveria has the same thing. A ton of FX. Oh man. Nope. Nope. Come on. Okay, I can hop in this way. Alright. Waiting for them to also Death Stranding. Oh, Death Stranding, I forgot about that one. I'm also waiting for Red Dead Redemption 2 on PC. G4440, G4400 better said, and RX 580 playable? I don't think so, depends on the game. I mean, many games now do not support 2 cores, 2 threads, or they stutter a lot. So that's something to keep in mind. If you can get at least a quad-core CPU or a 4-thread CPU. Okay, I think I got this part. Let me see. Yep, I got him. Good. I had to buy a PS4 for Red Dead 2. Oh man. Well, at least you can play many more exclusives now. So that should be a good thing to be happy about, I guess. There are many good games. Spider-Man PS4 is amazing. The best Spider-Man game in my opinion. So yeah, you have now a ton of games to play on that one, I guess. Almost got him. Once I got him, I'll just finish the live stream. It's been 2 hours, almost 2 hours. And I need to save energy for Ace Combat 7. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it. The game requires a ton of VRAM, so I recommend you have something with at least 4 gigabytes to avoid some of the big problems. Again, early access, work in progress. In around 6 to 12 months of early access that they will have, they're going to polish the game according to the developers. So I have high hopes for this one. I really like the climbing mechanics, the fighting is pretty good so far. And I wish to play against more monsters. It seems that they have good potential here so far. So yeah, you ended up buying all exclusives. Well, you must be a happy person now. But yeah, I mean, I'm super excited for this to be finished. I'm going to test it again on all the GPUs once it releases in 12 months in the long run. So yeah, I'm from Uruguay, if you were wondering. But yeah, that's about it guys. I have to rest a little bit. I'm going to stream Ace Combat in around 3 to 4 hours from now. I'll be making a publication there so you can see the time. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this live stream with me. It's been a long one, but I managed to test all the GPUs I have, so that's a big win. So yeah, thank you so much for sticking around and see you next time. ¿Recomiendas más la EVGA? No sé qué te... Bueno, EVGA no es una mala marca, me parece muy buena ensambladora. Anyways, see ya.